Okay, now I'm back with another question. Question 7 for this November 2017 paper mathematics paper 1. Question 7 ukhuluma ngelokanje financial mathematics or timelines, right? In the description below uzothola ama-links for other questions akhona kule question paper. Now 7.1 all the way up to 7.4 ama-questions wethu ke lawo. So 7.1 but a company bought machinery costing 80,000 rand. Okay, bathenga imishini kule company in total iba costa 80,000 rand. Bese bathi using the reducing balance method, the machinery had a book value of 20,000 rand after 5 years. So yeah, depreciator lama assets lawa. Bese bathi calculate the rate of depreciation. Anything uyithengayo, just know that it depreciates in value. So if ever you depreciate in value, it's either about, okay, usually the depreciation value is calculated using a reducing balance, right? So since you're reducing balance for calculating the rate of depreciation. Now this is the reducing balance formula, and then let's take out the data. The data is a. Okay, by the way, a book value is what? A book value you represent A. The present value or the cost value is always P if ever usebenzisa reducing balance formula. Yeah. Right, so the book value, the value for A is 20,000, the costing is 80,000 rand, N is the number of years we want I in this case. Let us substitute into the formula again. 20,000, 80,000, 1 minus I unknown raised to exponent 5. So therefore bese ngiyaqhubeka with this calculation. First thing engizoyenza divide by 80,000. 80,000. This cancels this. Should I divide? Okay, but anyway, let's keep it as it is. About 20,000 rand divided by 80, 1, 2, 3 equal to 1 minus I raised to exponent 5. Voila. Okay, then bese ngifaka fifth root on both sides of the equation so that the fifth root cancel lo exponent 5. I want to remove the root, the exponent, so that ngizokwazi ukusolve for I. 1 minus I 5 root fifth root of 20,000 divided by 80,000 is equal to that. Then I is equal to 1 minus fifth root of 20,000 divided by 80,000. Let's calculate again. 1 minus fifth root, what am I doing? As one. Okay. Okay, now what am I doing? Whoa, okay, let's start this afresh. So lana sizoti shift fifth root, but it's 1 minus okay, now 20,000 divided by 80,000 equal to 0.2421. 0.2421 equal to 24.21%. This is our answer for this question, right? 24.21%. So this is our rate of depreciation for this machine here. Okay, 7.2. 7.2, but to calculate the effective interest rate if interest is compounded at 5% per annum compounded quarterly. All right, Lana, we want the effective interest rate. This 5% per annum compounded quarterly is what we call a nominal interest rate. So in order to calculate the effective interest rate, is this formula 7.2. Let us substitute again. We want the effective interest rate. We want the I effective. This is the nominal. The nominal is given as 5%. So it's 0.05% divided by 4 because of its quarterly, and then raised to exponent 4. So this value and this value of n, is ofana this value of this n is ofana this n. Right, this value of n is ofana this value of n. Now let us calculate again much. Effective rates what can I say, are obvious, man. Akomela ngidlule this question. 0.05 divided by 4 raised to exponent 4. So wena uza ngapha, wena uze ngapha, right? Correct. Equal to our final answer kuzoba ubani ke 1 minus 1 plus 0.05 divided by 4 raised to exponent 4. Okay, what did I do wrong? Interest rate, it shouldn't be a negative. Okay, I see now. It's this, it's plus, Lana, it's not minus, it's plus, So when usala ngapha bese ngitranspose u1. All right, now it makes sense again manje. It makes sense. I made an error kuleya formula. So it's plus, not minus. So therefore I leave I effective on the left, and then I transpose 1. You figure go minus bani 1. Irradium, it shouldn't be a negative answer. That's why I was surprised in iphuma lapho. Okay, minus 1 equal to 0.0509. 0.0509. Maybe you can also say 5 lah. 5 equal to, and then it's times 100, so that we convert it to a percentage. UT 5.09. okay, about 0.9%, since a percentage is a quota into decimal places. So this is our answer. This is the effective interest rate. This interest rate is 5% compounded quarterly. Effective interest rate simply means what is the total effect of this 5% per compounded quarterly in a year or per annum, right? So that's the whole idea, effective interest rate. So an effective interest rate is always higher than the nominal interest rate. 7.3. Laku 7.3, but uSipho investor 30,000 for 6 years. Yes, Sipho invest 30,000 for 6 years. So now my timelines again, right? These are timelines, but Lana, yabona in brackets, but no other transactions were made on the account. So it's just a change in interest rate. We have a 12%, is BSC a 10%. So we need a timeline to perform our calculations. Sipho invested 30,000 for 6 years. The investment and interest rate at 12% per annum compounded monthly for the first 2 years. Thereafter, the interest rate changed to 10.8% per annum, compounded semi-annually for the rest of the period. Calculate the value of the investment at the end of 6 years. No other transactions were made on the account. So we need a timeline for a period of 6 years. Make sure ukuthi timeline yakho iqala la ku T0, right? And then udeposita 30,000 rand. Yohlala for how long? For 6 years. For the first 2 years, from T0 to T2, we have a 12% per annum compounded monthly interest rate. And then for the remaining number of years is 10.8% per annum compounded semi-annual. Okay. So sebenzisa ulogani. So sebenzisa this formula, A equal to P 1 plus I raised to exponent n, right? It's because of its compounded, equal to the initial amount deposited to one, the present value, or the principal amount, it's 30,000. For the first 2 years, it's 1 plus 0.12 divided by 12, since it's monthly, raised to exponent 12 times 2 years. Times 2 years multiplied by the interest rate change for the remaining number of years, which is 1 plus 0.12 divided by 2 times how many years? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 2, this 2 semi-annually times 4. Usually it's a multiplier like my exponent because of the number, the compounding period. So how many months in 2 years. We want to know how many semi-annuals are in 4 years for the next one. So therefore our calculation, nasi punch in calculator, let's find the final answer here too. It's simple, very simple and straightforward. Why complicate? Don't complicate your life, man. Why complicate your life, man? Why am I saying this? It's because of like the students they normally have problems with this calculation sometimes, but they like complicating your life in here. But it's straightforward, guys. Okay, our answer is 60,000. It's 60,712. Okay. Okay, what did I do? Whoa. Okay, for the first 2 years interest rate is 0.12, and then for the remaining number of years, okay, let me erase Lana. Let me erase here. Sorry for that. Since it's okay. 10.8 divided by 100 is equal to 0.108. It's 0.108 divided by 2. Now let's recalculate. It's 30,000 open bracket 1 plus 0.12 divided by 12 raised to exponent 12 times 2 times 1 plus 0.108 divided by 12, not 12, 2 raised to exponent 2 times 4. Answer is 58 it's 58,000. 017.51. This is our answer for this question. Just like that. I just made an error, but you fix it anyway. So after the 6-year period and after the change in interest rate, Lana, our final answer is the investment grows to 58,017 rand 51 cents. Now 7.4, the last question. Right, la 7.4 bathi Mary deposited 25,000 rand into a savings account with an interest rate of 18% per annum compounded monthly. Mary withdrew 8,000 rand from the account 2 years after depositing the initial amount, and then she deposited another 4,000 rand into this account 3.5 years after the initial deposit. So every time ba withdraw and ba add any mali by compare with the initial deposit. So check agela, what amount will Mary have 5 years after making the initial deposit in this account? So my advice, okay, Lana, it's another timeline, but Lana, we have additional deposits as well as withdrawal. So kuba nama transactions involved, but interest rate, it remains the same. So now every time uzo yenza a problem ifana na this one. So meanwhile uyifunda, I think it's a good idea to draw a timeline. So this is our timeline. It's for a period of how many years? 5 years. What amount will Mary have 5 years after making the initial deposit? So from 0 to 5, and then let's go. As you found, Mary deposited 25,000 rand into a savings account with an interest rate. So the interest rate doesn't change. Boom, deposited 25,000 rand over a period of 5 years, and then over that period of 5 years, we have an interest rate of 18% compounded monthly. And then Mary withdrew 8,000 rand from the account 2 years after depositing the initial amount. 2 years later, Mary avela komele nyothenga ilokanje, komele nyothenga i-hair dryer, komele nyothenga, I don't know, a photocopy machine or anything nje. Uyayikhipha after leyo 2 years after depositing initial amount. Then she deposited another 4,000 rand into this account 3.5 years after the initial deposit. 3.5 years. So T1, T2, T3 and a half would deposit her 4,000 rand again. Right, and then from lana Agatina, we have to calculate the total amount is obagule bank account 5 years later, right? 5 years later, again we use the compound formula since it's compounded. So T1 plus I raised to exponent n. So the accumulated amount is going to be equal to 25,000 rand in brackets 1 plus the interest rate is 0.18 divided by compounded monthly, so it's 12 raised to exponent raised to exponent 12 times 5 because of le mali yohlala for a period of 60 months. From 0 to 5 is 60 months la. And then uyabuye wenzani withdraw i-8,000 rand. We keep 8,000 rand, so it's 1 plus 0.18. The interest rate doesn't change. Divided by 12 for a period of how many months? 36 months. Ngoba it's from T2 to T5, and then the difference between 5 and 2 is 3, and the 3 times 12 is 36. It's 36 lana. Then we have at another 4,000 rand. 84,000 rand. Leyo 4,000 rand leyo izohlala for 1.5 years. 1.5 years, and 1.5 years, that's 18 months. So lana kuzoba 1 plus 0.18 divided by 12 raised to exponent 18 months. Then we calculate and find the answer here too. So it's 25,000 open bracket 1 plus 0.18 divided by 12 exponent 60 exponent 60 minus 8,000 nama interest wakhona, which is 1 plus 0,18 divided by 12 raised to exponent 36 plus 4,000, 1 plus 0.18 divided by 12 raised to exponent 18. Answer is 636.74. 60 answer 52, not 60. So it's 52 636.74 cents. This is our final answer. This is our final answer for this financial mathematics question. Thanks for watching. Now we enjoyed this video. Ngibhadale like nangabe uthole some value as well, ungakhohlwa ukungibhadala ngokushare nabangani bakho. If ever we're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. It's not like you owe me anything, but I'd really appreciate that, guys. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll spawn on the next one. Peace.